it's about how do I master awareness campaigns and how do I set them up and execute them in a short period of time. Welcome, everyone. When so just start with the big picture from CyberDice before diving into the product. So CyberDice is going to really build the universal simulation and training solution. And that is our goal. And how do we achieve that? We designing and developing the solution based on these four strategic principles who provide the most value to you guys who are operators of awareness campaigns and awareness programs. So diving a little bit deeper, I don't want to go into detail, is that with CyberDice, you get full control over the whole process. So it's not only a platform where you get out of the box campaigns and programs, but really you can define the stuff yourself. And in terms of universality, or how do you spell that? We will also provide more sophisticated attack vectors like deep fakes or WhatsApp scams and so on. And the AI part is currently in development. Yeah, let's go further now, closer to the solution, to the tool. So let's have a look on the software and the content we're providing right now. So it's a completely new solution. It allows you not only to set up campaigns, but also a set of campaigns and bundle them into programs. And the solution is also a multi-tenant solution. So when I mention now programs and multi-tenancy, the fact is that you can really now, define campaigns and cluster those campaigns into programs, and you are able to store these. So that will come in February, and store these and replicate that across your customer or company portfolio. I mentioned also tenants or multi-tenancy. So we have a two-level multi-tenancy. In every system, we have multiple tenants, and every tenant can have multiple realms, and all the functionality is bound then to the realm. So basically, when you're a corporate group, so you can provide multiple tenants on your system. When you're an MSSP, so you can open up all your customers as realms, and also here link these functionality to that given realm. Two, three words about the content. So we really developed all content brand new that year. So we have about even more editable multilingual phishing templates or phishing modules. There will not be much more, because nobody needs 10,000 of templates when the same 20 templates are still working at the customer base, right? So these are the modules we are providing, also with QR code and all the stuff. When it comes to the trainings, we have half dozen multidisciplinary trainings, and you can edit them by yourself. You can also export them or also import your trainings. We have two designs. So one, the classic style, which is suitable for the screen of a PC, and then the one pager, which is optimized for the smartphone. We also provide a full curriculum. So we just defined a set of topics everyone who sits behind the computer should master and should know. And for every curriculum, we provide a short course, a curriculum for every topic. We provide a short course, about 5 minutes, consisting of the theory part, then of a game, and then of an exam. And the cool thing is that you can have that also on two skill levels, so the basic level and the advanced level, and then also you are able to really prepare courses for new employees, right? You don't gonna train all the stuff in the first 2 weeks to the users, right? So that is the CyberDice course curriculum 2024. Now, just before getting into the demo, how a campaign is set up and run, I just added a short version history of our development, and also then an outlook what will come in the next four versions so that you see what our development path is. We have a lot of velocity and I'm really amazed about the functionality we have already today, but we are also going to provide tomorrow. Yeah, so that's it. And now let's get to the campaign topic, right? So before we jump into the operator dashboard and the GUI, um, you should be aware, or I should master, some areas, so I need to have some skills when I set up and execute campaigns. And especially I should be really mastering, how to manage all the DNS settings, because you will need somehow a training domain or an attack domain and all the stuff. I certainly need some really subject matter expertise in the domain part, in the DNS part. Also, then how to set up, SMTP and email servers is highly beneficial. And then also, and that's a mistake, how whitelisting. So I did a mistake here. How whitelisting is done, because of course you don't want that these educational phishing simulations end up somewhere in a filter or in a firewall, at a firewall, and so on. So these are the major areas of knowledge I should master when working with awareness campaigns. Now, that's it. And now I permit myself to dive into the operator console. So I just go and say, okay, yes, here. And so I'm logging into my domain base. By the way, there are multiple levels of operators. So I can also log in maybe, for example, as a tenant operator where I can administer all my realms here. But that is just a small outlook when it comes managing then the system. But I'm diving now into the local operator. Oh, sorry for that. Into the local operator console, and I have here my dashboard, and I just set up a campaign. So I named that campaign webinar fish, um, and campaign. I can also enable here the anonymous mode for, especially in the GDPR space, when you are forced to create the campaign in an anonymous mode, but I keep it as it is. So I create an empty campaign. Now I can go and select a module. So I'm adding a module here, and I have my training and phishing module templates here. So I take that phishing module template, and now we created a funny template also for a car lottery. So I take that one. I create that module. So I populate the campaign with that given module. Then I have several languages. I can set up everything in the settings. So I can select the languages I want to use. So I keep the English one. I'm selecting here an attack domain, something like that, right? And of course, I can also purchase additional domains in the domain registration feature here. So I can register here new domains like palofish.org, something like that. I can check the availability here, and then I will get, let's have a look how much it costs. Okay, I don't have enough money, so for $10 could purchase, or for $12 I could purchase that given domain, but I continue with that domain we have already in the system. Then I define the success definition. So when people are really putting in data in the landing page, that's the success definition. And I'm not using the awareness redirect that would point the user directly when he falls for a phishing simulation to a training. So I keep that disabled, and now I set up the basic data of that phishing scenario. Now I go here to the message template. I name it as bad guy, something like that, bad guy, because it's for demo purposes, right? I'm adding the domain, and I have a neat modern editor, so I can also edit the code. And here also for the I can modify stuff here for the webinar team, and then I can also here um, change the text or paste um, an existing mail and use that as template. And I also have the possibility to generate this message with the data in the user record um, with the help of AI, and then I get much more individualized messages. But we won't cover that. We will cover that in a later webinar. So what I did so far, I modified a little bit the message. I omit the payload, so you can also do file-based attacks, but I go to the landing page, and now I have here that this landing page, where is it? Here. And also here now I say, okay, webinar, only the webinar attendees are eligible for to participate to that lottery, something like that. And I'm saving that, and also then I go to the second page. So if somebody puts in data, he'll be routed to that page and say okay, um, oops, something like that. Gotcha. Right, and click, and here, so dear, and now I can also put a name, so I can really, oops, to um, name or something like that. So I can also personalize the landing pages with that. And when I talk about personalization, you have an unlimited amount of variables you can use here, and that's it. So what I did so far, I created a campaign, I added a phishing scenario, I modified the message, I modified also the landing page of the phishing simulation, and basically I'm ready to go, except that the users are missing here. So the users, so I will add a group here, so I just select my group where I'm in. I'm the sole recipient, I'm linking that uh, group to that scenario. I'm saving that, and now I am ready to go, I would say. So I'm starting the campaign. And now the campaign is going to start. You always need to add a plan, a sending plan, a schedule. But when you start a campaign like that, you see the schedule had been generated automatically, and in a second or in 2 minutes, I will get that phishing simulation email, and then just until that mail is gonna send, I really want to point out that, of course, you have much more functionality in the settings. So when you go to the system here, you see basically what instance are you working in, and also here that the checks every campaign should execute. So in order really to increase the quality of a campaign. Of course, you don't need that when you white label the attack domain in your environment, right? And then also you have something really cool in the solution, because we have a full-fledged where is it? Integrations here. We have a full-fledged API layer, so you can also remote control the whole solution, or for example, export the data, the campaign data through an endpoint via the REST API, and so on. So that is the operator environment when you set up campaigns. While we're still waiting, I have 1 more minute to wait, so I just exit the system and go to my email. Somewhere is it here? And I have here also the portal I can show to you. So end users get a portal. They see their rating here. So of course, Paulo is really bad with the phishing history, with the training history. Also, all my diplomas are available. I have here my cybersecurity chatbot. So that chatbot gives then answers to my questions based on the policies you uploaded to CyberDice. So really, the users get answers based on the context of the company, based on the documents you uploaded in the system, and where do you do that? So, okay, that doesn't belong to campaigns, but just to show you again, that is new. Sorry for that. And so you can upload these documents basically here in that area, and then it's taken into the context of the answer. Yes, so I got here the mail from the bad guy, and you see, okay, then lottery for the employees of the webinar team. Click here for the competition. Also here, I have the personalization. So I do put in something like that, right? And then I put the password in, I masked that, right? And I try to participate. And now it got me right. So oops, gotcha. Click here for a short training, dear Palo. And now the life cycle of the campaign is complete. Let's have a look on the campaign now. I have the webinar fish here, so I have also the stats here. I need to update them. And you see now, so of course, I send it, it has been opened, and I was caught by the campaign. I can have much more statistics, how the modules did, so the timeline also here, and then also the browsers, everything. And I can even see then the browser version on the API, the IPs and so on, the reporting. And when I want to have a further reporting, I can export the campaign report data here using the export button. So currently that's it. Let's dive back to the slide set. So I showed you quickly the dashboard and how campaigns are set up. Um, I also, we have also these settings. I showed you also the API layer, of course, and I also did show you the user portal, which can be used. So that was a short overview how to set up and execute campaigns. Now, we planned for 20 minutes, and even if we have a little bit longer for that webinar, but guys, thank you very much for uh, watching my demo. And are there any questions?